So we'll just start with, again, the AHL putting out a release on Thursday announcing the end of your candidates for each team. You being nominated by the Amherst, what does that mean to you?
It's pretty cool, honestly. Like, obviously, I've always been taught by my parents and any team that I've been on growing up, like, it's important to give back and kind of give support to those who support you in really anything you do. Um, so yeah, I feel like I just did my part, tried to pitch in where I could, and to receive the nominee is pretty cool. It's rewarding.
Were those like things, any opportunities, whether it be community service or just going out, kind of like we did earlier this year reading a book, are those things that you were able to do at committee at?
Yeah, like we'd have stuff all the time. And it's, same thing. Like, I guess I wasn't reading a book to 100 kids, whatever we had the one day. But you go out, you go to schools, or you just, kind of show up in the community, just be there for people who want to kind of reach out and show their support, and like I said, show support to them because they're incredibly important to what we do, and just being able to be around. So yeah, it's, in school it was ingrained, and just trying to keep that going in pro.
Shifting gears to tonight, talk about important. This is an important game. You guys are 1 point away from securing a playoff berth. What's kind of the focus been like in the locker room, especially with you guys hitting your stride here in this 6-game win streak?
Just one day at a time. I think Apps has done a great job emphasizing that the last month or so, maybe even more. Like, our division is incredibly tight. Like, it is what it is. We can only control what we can control, and you can't control tomorrow. Yesterday's done with. Like, all you can do is show up and put your best foot forward, put all your focus into what you have in front of you. And that's kind of what we've been doing. No one's really looked too much at the standings. I think guys are aware of what's happening, but it's not, I don't think it's been lingering in our minds and kind of how scenarios could play out or where other teams are. It's just show up, let's do what we can for 60 minutes, regroup, and then do it again the next day, which I think has been extremely helpful, having that kind of just one day at a time mindset.
Even if you guys aren't looking at the standings that much, internally, how confident do you feel it's for this? Like, do you guys feel any given night you can beat anybody?
Yeah, I'd say so. Especially now, like the last little bit, like we've obviously been on a roll, but there just seems to kind of be a confidence in the room, like no matter what happens, or kind of if we're behind or bad bounce, whatever it is, like we can kind of fight through it and find our way, which is exactly what you want this time of year. You always want to peak towards the end. So it's a great feeling. Obviously, it's what you look for and what you build towards the entire year.
Probably a warning question here, but if you won a championship in Virginia, so over the course of the season, there were probably a variation of games. Maybe games that you blew the other team out, maybe games that you guys were blown out, games that come from behind, games that the other team came from behind on you. If you look at the last 6 wins, there's been a little bit of everything, right? There's been big wins over the weekend. You guys overcame a deficit to win in overtime. Then you had a whole all team the next day who was pulling back. Is winning and learning how to win in those different ways like really helpful for a team that's aspiring to win a championship?
Yeah, I think it's crucial. You obviously don't want to learn those lessons, but I think it's always helpful to learn them and kind of go through that struggle of being up like we were 4-0, and then fighting to kind of just keep a lead and make sure we don't give up both points. And if anything, just kind of being comfortable in those situations. It's not something you can obviously just like set up for and try to work on, but when they come, like it's important to kind of just keep the right mindset, and it tests us and how well we can stick to our game and how far we can bend without breaking, which is playoffs. That's everything.
When you look at this division right now, you guys have helped one of the 2 hottest teams. You got a 6-game win streak. They're on a 4-game win streak. It's kind of 2 different teams. Like the Amherst are at the top of the standings, just trying to get the X next to their name. Belleville is very much still fighting for their playoff lives. What do you see that makes that a challenge?
They're like you said. I think right now they're fighting for their seasons. They got nothing to lose, and they're already a tough team to play against. They finish all their hits. They play hard. And they're just going to have a little extra juice and jam, I think, this weekend, trying to, like you said, get in the playoffs and keep playing hockey. So it's going to be a fun couple games. It's going to be a fun weekend. I think they're going to be, for a while, I think games have felt like playoff hockey, and this one tonight, I think this weekend series against Belleville will definitely be ramped up with the intensity.